Early Tuesday morning, a man was caught riding an e-scooter the wrong way across one of Lisbon's busiest bridges. When police stopped him, his blood alcohol level was 2.25 grams per liter, nearly twice what Portuguese law defines as a crime, not just a fine. He'll now face criminal charges. If you live in Portugal, or you're thinking about it, here's what the law actually says about e-scooters and where most people get it wrong. Let's start with the basics. In Portugal, e-scooters under 25 kilometers per hour and 250 watts are legally treated the same as bicycles. That means no driver's license required, no registration, no minimum age set by national law. The 18+ rule you see is set by rental companies, not the government. Helmets? Not legally required either. Police strongly recommend one, but you won't be fined for riding without it. Here's what people get wrong the most: alcohol. Because you don't need a license to ride an e-scooter, a lot of people assume drunk driving laws don't apply. They do. The same 0.5 grams per liter limit that applies to cars applies to e-scooters and bicycles. The penalties are just cut in half. And if your blood alcohol reaches 1.2 grams per liter, it stops being a fine. It becomes a crime under Article 292 of the Penal Code. Vehicles, with or without a motor. A Portuguese appeals court upheld exactly this in a drunk cycling case, rejecting the defense that the rider didn't know it applied to bikes. That's the law the man on the bridge broke. Twice over. This isn't an isolated case, either. Earlier this year, the city of Braga suspended its entire shared e-scooter program after recording 37 accidents and 33 injuries in just a few months, most caused by riding in places scooters aren't allowed. The city pulled the service while it rewrites the rules for public spaces. It's a sign of where this is heading across the country, not just in one city. So if you're riding an e-scooter in Portugal, or thinking about buying one, here's the real checklist. Required by law: lights, front and back, since June 2025. A reflector. And, since the same month, mandatory liability insurance, but only for scooters that go over 25 kilometers per hour, or weigh over 25 kilos and exceed 14 kilometers per hour. Here's the catch. A market survey found 72% of scooters actually in circulation exceed that speed limit. So even though the basic scooter is exempt, most real scooters on the road probably aren't. Where can you ride? On bike lanes when they exist. Where they don't, current guidance points to the road, not the sidewalk. Sidewalks are for pedestrians. And if you're in an accident, call the police. And remember that liability insurance, when required, is what covers the other party, not necessarily you. None of this requires being an expert. It just requires knowing the rules apply to you too. That's true whether you've lived here your whole life or you moved in last month. Portugal's e-scooter rules are stricter than most people think, and looser in a few places people assume they're strict. Now you know both. If you want the quick version, the 3 claims most people get wrong, we've got a short breaking it down in under a minute, linked right here.